Hi, my name is Adrienne Nolan-Smith. I'm the founder of WellBe, and here's my story. When I was 11 years old, I was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease. Chronic Lyme disease means that you've had it for long enough where the standard or conventional treatment of a powerful antibiotics, commonly dioxycycline, I believe is used, won't work because perhaps the Lyme has then gone into the lymph nodes or is very difficult to find. My Lyme literate doctor told us that even though he thought perhaps the antibiotic wouldn't work, we would try the standard 4-month dosage anyway. And we did that, and of course I continued to test positive for Lyme. I was suffering a lot of extreme fatigue and back pain, which is obviously very unusual for 11-year-olds. They should be sprightly. So my mom was a very fierce woman. She decided that she would research pre-internet everything that was available to us to try to kick and cure the Lyme disease. The Lyme doctor just sort of said, I'm sorry, there's really nothing else we can do for you beyond antibiotics, and you're probably just going to have Lyme and try to manage the symptoms the rest of your life. She really did not think this was a suitable solution. So we began a crazy journey where I tried and did several different kinds of integrative medicine therapies. We adopted a very clean diet, things such as goat's milk and Ezekiel bread and, all sorts of extremely healthy, clean foods, organic foods. We did acupuncture. I drank these teas, which were Chinese herbs. And I even tried a couple of pretty extreme therapies, one of which is called hyperbaric oxygen therapy. So this is the practice that's actually now described by the Mayo Clinic as very helpful for athletes and anybody trying to improve your immune system. The idea is if you go into a hyperbaric oxygen tank, the air pressure is 3 times that of normal air pressure. So when you're breathing, the oxygen is able to go through your blood and improve and heal the immune system and target anything that might be an infection that might be harming you. So we did that. I had to go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania when I was 12 years old for 3 weeks in the summer, and every day get in this tank for several hours and do this hyperbaric oxygen therapy. We also did something called hyperimmune bovine colostrum therapy, which was definitely the most unusual. The status from the FDA is orphan drug status, which means that the FDA is actually used primarily for AIDS patients. So they are trying to get drug companies to come up with treatments for involving this kind of bovine colostrum therapy so that they'll be able to treat these rare diseases such as AIDS with it. This means that a very brave farmer did something I suppose is illegal in helping me achieve this therapy. And so all of these things together, by the time I was 13, I was free of Lyme disease, and I've tested negative ever since. This was a huge moment for me when I was younger in that, we were going routes that I didn't think were going to work, and they did. And the conventional doctors said, look, there's really nothing else you can do. And my mom wouldn't give up, and she decided to do something very different, and it worked.